Hey guys, this is Jamie here, and I'm in the kitchen. I thought I would do. I need to put my apron on. It's still on the wall. Wanted to do a quick video. I am marinating some chicken tonight with a new recipe that I found, and I would like to show you guys how I'm going to do it. And then tomorrow I'll show you how I'm going to cook it. I'm going to use that chicken to pair with vegetables like broccoli, green beans, and then I'm also going to cook some potatoes and measure those out and have it with potatoes as well. And then at lunchtime, I'm going to do it on salad. So let's get to the ingredients. Here are the ingredients for the marinade. It's very easy. Cilantro. And I'll show you everything after we'll get into the preparation here in just a second. Taco seasoning, or you can make your own. EVOO, don't mind all that. That's vitamins and medicine and Gatorade I have to drink. I'm prescribed actual Gatorade right now for the next week. One a day of those. They're really sweet. So it takes me a little while to drink it. And then anyway, so back to this. We've got cilantro, lime, garlic cloves. I'm doubling the recipe, so I should have got 2 cilantro bunches probably, but that's a lot of cilantro. 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to do 4 tablespoons instead of 2 of EVOO. I'm going to do approximately 2 tablespoons of the taco seasoning, and then instead of 1 lime, 2. And so let me get my camera set up. We'll get this all chopped up, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to the chicken breasts before I put them in the marinade. Alright guys, see you in a minute. Okay guys, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to rough chop the cilantro up. It needs to be in kind of small pieces, you know, because you're not going to take it off the chicken before you grill it, right? You're going to leave it on there. So, should be in pretty small pieces. I left the stems on. I did not have time. I'll pick out the really big ones that I can see, but I don't have time to pick off the leaves individually and then cut it up. So I'll take the really big ones out. The stems have flavor. They're just, you know, if you're making salsa or something, it's usually better to take the stems out unless you're really going to mulch it up in like a food processor. Me, I love cilantro. I don't mind the stems. So I'm just going to get this kind of rough, but I still want it sharp knife. You'll need a sharp knife to cut through leaves. I think that's about good. There's some bigger pieces, but that's okay. And I like cilantro, so I'm using it all. And I think, there we go. Sorry about the sunlight on things. I do not have a curtain in my kitchen for this window. Let me get a rag. Wipe my hand off here really quick. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze some lime juice in there. Oh, that's a real juicy lime. Awesome. I love lime. Can't get enough of lime. Really easy recipe, guys. You can even marinate your chicken just for 30 minutes. You don't have to do it for a full 24 hours. I will cook this probably early in the morning. I've got to work tomorrow, so I'll get my cooking for the week done tomorrow, most likely. And so this will only be in there about 12. But up to 24 hours you can keep this in the marinade. Alright. Next thing, garlic. You can cut it up, which I don't like to do. I have my garlic press. So I'm going to do it onto the cutting board, just so that I can just refine the chop a little bit. Now you can put this, I have got about 2.5 pounds, I think it is, of chicken breast. We'll do that in a minute. If they're not thin enough, I'm going to pound them down a little bit so they're all the uniform size, so they cook at the same speed. But yeah, garlic press is handy. Some people like to crush it, take off the skin, and chop it up themselves. I'd rather not. The only bad thing about this one is it's metal, and if it's wet, of course your hands are wet, it gets a little slippery. You do have to be careful not to hurt yourself. Okay, so I'm just gonna run it through my knife thread. I like to pretend I'm a famous cook and do it fast, even though they don't do that, or that way necessarily. My dream when I was younger was to be a chef. I still would love to do that, but I don't have the money to go to school and all that. So 4 tablespoons, and mine's extra, canola oil and extra virgin olive oil combined. It was just cheaper, but this is 4 tablespoons, a 1/4 cup. And then our last ingredient, if we're doing a double batch, this is I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna do 1 and mix it and see what it looks like. And if it seems reasonable, I'll leave it at that. Or smells a good indicator with those kind of spices, with Mexican spices, coriander, chili powder, cumin. I think this also has paprika. You can't really go wrong with taco seasoning. It does have a little bit high sodium count, but again, that's 2 whole tablespoons for 2.5 pounds of chicken. Still a lot of sodium, but a lot of it will cook off. I'm going to barbecue this on my propane grill. So I'll be right back. Next is we're going to prep the chicken, and I'll show you what we do there. Alright guys, I'm back. Okay, so this part is pretty easy. I am just picking off, cutting off bits of fat. Most of them are pretty uniform. This one's a little thick. I might actually cut off the tender, but if I can flatten it out enough, it should be okay. When you're grilling, you know, it's not slow cooking grilling like, what is it called? Gosh, real barbecue, I guess you'd say. Pretty flat. It could be evened out a little because it's thinner here, obviously, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put all of these. Hopefully they'll all fit. This one's much smaller. I buy Foster Farms chicken. I know a person, well, it's my brother-in-law's mother who knows a gal. She has spent her whole life researching chemicals, food, vitamins, how they react in the body. It's her life's work. You should see her library. It's amazing. And she's done a lot of research on chicken farms. You know, there's some pretty bad ones out there. And from what she has told us, Foster Farms is pretty humane to their chickens. You know, as humane as you can be when you're processing in bulk. You know, I know that's sad to say. There's a lot of vegans and vegetarians out there for that reason, because of sometimes the inhumaneness of the way we process meat to feed all of the people that want to eat it. This one's pretty big. Just getting this little bits of fat that I can without cutting my fingers off. This is a very sharp knife. I'm actually amazed at how sharp they are. Makes for cutting chicken up easy, though. I tell you what, you want a sharp knife when it comes to chicken. That's a really big one. That one will take some time to cook. This one I kind of already was messing with when I was taking them out of the package. So he's kind of been cleaned up already. Alright, we gotta find room for one more in here. Looks like we got enough room. Just a little piece there of fat. Okay. So, got our snug little chicks in there, right? Get rid of this. Get rid of this knife that needs to be washed. Okay. So, this is where hands get kind of dirty. And I've got a towel, but I will be tossing this in the wash because it's now bacteria filled with chicken. Chicken is not a very sanitary thing raw. Mix this up again. Just gonna get it on here. Then we gotta use our hand a little bit. Alright, so now what you do, get it all lathered up. You know, share a little. That guy, he wanted to share. That guy has a lot on him. So you really want to lather it up. This chicken would be great for fajitas. I'm sticking to one meal of carbs, you know, of traditional carbs, like for example, my carb source next week. For my dinners will be potato. I got some sweet and some regular, so I can mix it up a bit. We'll be cooking those tomorrow as well, in bulk in the oven. Okay, so, as you can see, let me wash my hands, I can get you a closer view of that. So there they are. What I'm going to do next, put some saran wrap on it, put it in the fridge, and let the marinade do its work. I will come back tomorrow and show you how I'm going to cook it. Alright guys, talk to you soon. Alright guys, we're back a day later. That's what the chicken looks like. Pretty tasty, huh? Mmm. Look at that. Yummy. So, I'm getting the grill ready. And we're going to cook these puppies on the grill. I'll come back and show you here in a second. So here we are at the grill. Got all those chickens on there. Chicken breasts. Well, you need to turn it up a little. Look, it's pretty hot. Like have a nice char on it. I'm going to leave it there, covered, for about 6-7 minutes, and then I'll come take a look and check it. And once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and divvy it up into 5-ounce portions, I think. I've got plenty here for that. And after that, I gotta get some prep work done, so I'll show you my prep in another video, but that's it for the chicken, except for the final product, which I'll show you at the end. Alright guys, see you in a little bit. Alright guys, here's the finished result. Look how scrumptious that is. I'm going to do a prep video for my weekly food, so I'll show you what I do with it here, how I measure it out, etc. in a little bit. But that is the finished product for the chicken. Looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh, love it. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later.